And that's all I have to say about that.
Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. It is Tuesday, September 8th. Correct?
Yeah.
And this is Jomboy and Jake Radio. My name is Jimmy. Jake's over there. BBD's over there. Talking about some sports, some things, and some news. Also some candy. And we're coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx. Jake, how are you?
James, I'm good. How about you? There's a big baby dude in the corner. I got tricked into a morning warhead yesterday, and turns out that's not my bag.
I tricked you.
Don't like that.
You said you liked him before you put it in your mouth?
No. BBD got me with a morning one yesterday. Like, have
because
this.
he saw me in the chat repeatedly typing, eat a warhead. Eat a
Right,
warhead.
but you don't control. You think the chat dictates BBD's
BBD,
life?
if you didn't read me saying that.
I believe my exact phrasing was, I've been told to make him eat this.
I was watching, and then Jake said, I like
threw it at
warheads,
you.
and then threw it in, and I said, he doesn't like that.
I
gave him a lemon
love
one, too.
warheads. They're delicious. But yeah, not before noon. Not before noon. So I won't be doing that. I don't know. Not great, Jim. The Yankees are the laughing stock of sports currently. It's tough to watch, and we watch it as work. It feels like almost one of those don't mix business with pleasure moments. You're like, that's why. Because normally I would have turned off the TV.
You'll be numb soon. Like,
and
I'm
gone
numb.
away. Oh,
Yesterday didn't affect me in the slightest. I told you
mean-
it was going to happen in the pregame show.
well, affects the company and stuff. I think about that too. So,
You look good.
there's a lot of emotions to it. So, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. They'll, hey, strap in 7 p.m. today. Hap, back at it.
Oh, they're losing again today, and they're winning tomorrow. I already
No.
wrote the blueprint.
No. Hap season, baby. Revenge game.
Yeah, they're really bad.
We just, bless you, BBD. We just tried to do the cat scratch.
Didn't work.
Kind of no results. It's on my right eyebrow. You can kind of see on the screen. I've got it turned. You can see like there's a mark. So there's that. So Trevor's not going to be happy about that. That's currently the thing I'm most emo about, is that Trev's gonna throw a fit about that. So
He is. He's not going to like it one bit.
not pleased. I'll be open to his solutions, but I also think his solution is going to be getting a $150 haircut. So if he wants to fit the bill. How are you, Jim?
I think that's the correct term.
Might be.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I got a lot of energy this morning. I'm feeling good so far. Feeling clear in the head and awake. That's very rare for me in the morning. Took the bus. I kind of miss taking the bus and commuting. I read while I commuted. So I might just start doing that more instead of driving. You have to pay attention while you drive.
Yeah.
You just look down. I brought a book. I started reading. It's a much more pleasant commute for me.
Sure is.
But the engine turned off in the middle of the road, so that's scary.
Another side effect of taking the bus, though, that factors into that equation.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
He turned the key. He like got it back on. So we're good. People who are liking my new look.
Yeah,
We'll see how long this lasts.
It stinks that the glasses look great on you because your eyes are your best thing, but
Yeah,
a great
I
look.
hate sunglasses though, so like this ain't gonna last long. Like I'm probably take these off pretty soon.
Okay.
But it's a better look.
It's a good look. It's strong.
Mustache. I can't tell. I don't recognize myself. And
You don't know that that's you on the screen.
I see it and it looks like I'm in a disguise, which I think is why I like it right now.
Okay.
Might keep it.
Disguising yourself from the Yankees instead of looking into it.
No.
In person, it doesn't feel like as drastic of a change.
No.
That's what I said to them.
Yeah.
When I saw myself on the screen yesterday, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is really pronounced on screen. Like in person, it's not as drastic as I think it looks on the screen. But
I think even a day added just enough, or maybe it's the lighting in here because you couldn't really see the beard at all yesterday. And
Yeah.
now you can see.
no, that was it.
The
That was
outline
it
of it.
yesterday too.
Yeah.
Because you said like it looks light, and I was like, oh, it must be just the contrast on screen, whatever.
Yeah.
Katie likes it
Yeah, it looks good. It's a good look.
in like a half ironic way, which I think is what it is. Yeah, I'm doing good. I feel, dude, I don't know why. I feel maybe I needed a day at home. I mean, it was
Yeah.
a scary morning. I spent a lot of it at the hospital with Caitlin, but like I'm high mood,
refreshed.
Went to Connecticut, slept a lot. Well, dude, the most exhausting day I've ever had in a while on Saturday. I woke up at 6:30 with the dogs, went to the dog park with Ike, my nephew, then we went on a little walk. Then I played with Ike outside. We played a lot of games, played baseball and stuff. It's just me and him.
Sure.
He's having a blast, running around, screaming, yelling, doing play-by-play for his baseball. Came back inside. I was like, what time is it? 9:45. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's so early. Then I went and played disc golf in Bridgeport, which is the hardest course I've ever
Right.
played. It's so exhausting. So Saturday, I exerted more energy than I've exerted ever. Me and Ike both took huge naps. Well, I didn't take a nap. I just
All
slept
that sounds before like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was, disc golf probably got us home at like 3 or 4. And I did a pregame show.
Right.
And then after the pregame show, I legit died until the game started. Yeah.
Followed by death.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all begging you to actually do this, Kyle said. To go into a massage parlor and ask for the Odell.
Yeah.
A podcast is kind of fucked. How many players do you think are like so worried?
A little nervous.
Three girls, like I don't know what
They
can you call?
probably don't care at all.
I think Odell does. He cares about image a lot.
Odell just likes to have his name in the news.
Yeah, it's a weird one though. He likes to
Yeah.
get shit on.
And I mean, he could just deny it, or maybe he does like it.
He could just not. I wonder if she has texts.
Someone in the replies could. He goes, if you ask for the Ottavino and the 6, you'll get the same thing. It's pretty good.
Ottavino, man. Be confident in yourself. You're an MLB baseball player.
Believe in yourself, even though the team hasn't shown you they believe in you.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, you want to do sports? What do you want to do? How was your weekend?
Oh, yeah, weekend was good. Yanks are booger factories. Jess was gone. Got some good sleeps. That was pretty huge. It was bigly. And then what else?
You had your WAP dance.
I did the WAP dance, and I was really happy with that. Because I'll be honest with you guys, when I did the Savage dance, it was exhausting.
And you kept saying like that's harder than I thought.
I mean, I thought I was I think I gave a pretty good performance on the Savage Dance. But it took like 2 days to learn. And I don't think I was great at it. I think what made mine a 10 out of 10 was the Jeff Passan aspect of it, that I did it in a suit, baseball glove, and all of that. So I was kind of nervous. Dance is a big part of my life, and I didn't know if that was kind of me being out of the game, because everything else at age 30 has been me being out of the game. Look into the WAP moves, and it's really only like 4 or 5 things, which that was pretty huge. I mean, the Savage Dance was a lot of little stuff, and if you miss it, it like stands out glaringly. So the WAP dance.
How many times did it take you?
I mean, dude, I learned it almost instantly, which is good because that's a big dancer's secret. You gotta be able to learn to dance.
Did you guys rearrange the furniture from the very first time I went to your apartment? Couch is on the other wall now?
No, is the video just flipped because of how you record it?
Maybe.
Yeah, the video's flipped.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I learned it. I knew that jumping off the couch to start would be enough of a difference maker to kick off than just doing it the regular way. And, yeah, I think I really did well. People were impressed by the split. I will say that is a little bit of Hollywood magic there. I mean, if you were coming up and down the fair and foul line on that, you could tell that it's really not close to a split. But from the angle I had it at,
Now, was that accidental, or did you know that angle would do you in?
Well, I mean, you got to have the camera angle there anyways.
Now, Noodle being in the shot.
Yes.
Happy accident where you realized, oh, this is good, or did you grab him and put him in shot?
There's a couple things going on there, Jim. I'm glad you asked. So, Noodle is the size of a small horse.
His right, I refuse to call it a leg.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what his right elephant trunk in that video. It's scary.
He's big.
How long that leg is.
Yeah. So, couple things.
Go to the reply that's just zoomed in on Noodle. That's
Noodle.
like such a good reply by whoever did that.
It's really good. So a couple things going on there.
The yawn. You bump into him.
Is that Noodle's huge, and
look at that right leg, man.
Yeah, it's got like an extra ligament to it.
It's
or something.
2 feet longer than you expect it to be.
The yawn's really good, and the fact we high five on the way through. But so the other thing is, if I'm gonna normally be doing this dance in our living area, Noodle's gonna get involved. So a couple of the practice runs, Noodle got in the mix. So I was like, I need a Noodle solution. And he actually, if I tell him go sit on the couch, he does that pretty well. And I figured there would be an added element to that. So, and it's kind of funny because he's a dog.
Yeah, just watch where you hit his foot.
He's a dog. So, like, there was a couple times I did it, like, he was staring at me the whole time, and that's funny. Him not caring at all is just as funny, if not more funny. And then, I didn't realize we high-fived on the way by.
Yeah.
And the fact he's just like, oh, my God.
What was Jess's text? Do you have it? Or what was her...
She was fine.
What was her feedback?
I told her...
Well, she did the pass and dance with you, so like she's into it. I just want to hear her feedback. Does she give
locked up?
Does she give you honest feedback?
So she had FaceTimed me right around that time because I was trying to do it before the Yankee game, and she obviously wanted to see the dog because that's who Jess is. And then first day of work today, go Jess. So she FaceTimed me, and the dog was being mean to her on FaceTime, and she asked why, and I was like, we're dancing, and now you're getting in the way of that. She kept saying, what do you mean you're dancing? And I said, we're dancing.
How could she not know what that meant?
Yeah. So that's kind of on her a little bit. Let's see.
Max Fried to the IL, huh?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, kind of a weird injury, too. Let's see. Yeah, nothing really.
No, like, good job? No, you crushed it, babe?
No, just, I think she commented on it. She usually takes, like, the You know, how lucky am I, sarcastic angle, that I'm with this loser. Groin's still a little tight from the split, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Nice. It's good. Got some love. People were impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think...
Now, are you getting views on TikTok? Like, is there...
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Don't know the TikTok algorithm.
It's all just fake.
I think I just need to be a hotter 18-year-old girl.
I think
and
TikTok's
then my
bad.
views shoot up.
I've been getting upset with Katie.
It's all bad, if we're being honest.
No, I think TikTok's bad for kids' brains. Like, I have a real old man take.
Same with Insta and Twitter, man.
Twitter's
I think TikTok's particularly.
Yeah, Twitter's not.
Maybe
Twitter's,
that's me
Twitter's
being-
reading and conversations. TikTok is literally 2 seconds. If you're not into it, you swipe to the next one. 2 seconds. Like, it's just teaching impatience and, like, crackhead tendencies of, like, you just sit there and it's like 3 seconds or you're out. It's like a bad form of,
Yeah.
it's like teaching kids ADD in a way.
Already have it. Yeah, TikTok, Instagram. I think Twitter does get involved in there. Again, it turns into how do you use each thing? Because, I mean, someone on Norm Shaver, who's with us every day, he says TikTok's for food hacks only. Like, if that's how you're using TikTok, okay, that's kind of cool, Norm.
If you're just flipping through,
Yeah.
like,
Well, I think
crazy.
people do that with Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. TikTok is the
Twitter's more words.
highest volume of it. Yeah, but you could still close, refresh, open, scroll, refresh, open, video, comment.
Yeah, but I just
know,
think it's more for like
same
actual
disease.
reading stuff. Like, so Twitter's
For
more
you.
for news. Yeah, it's not like built to like just like flip a video, then flip to the next video, then flip to the next video.
I mean, it's got a scroll. That's the whole thing. The whole feed is a scroll.
Oh, you know why? Because I don't have the videos on my feed.
Yes.
That's why I don't see it like that.
You have it set up that way.
Yeah.
I hear people who do like internet stuff like us, but not sports, talk about how Twitter's like the worst one. Because I think not sports, people are
Well,
just mean to each
All
other.
social media is scary, scary addicting. And like I'm
Yeah.
figuring out a way how to cut it down.
I have the Twitter setting where don't show me videos and
Right.
pictures because I only want to read. So that's just my personal. Like Luke was blown away because when
I think a lot of people would be shocked to hear you say that.
yeah
Especially since you post videos and pictures and stuff.
It's a good point.
I don't really engage in any content that's like my content. Like if you go through my feed, there's no
Yeah.
videos. I've muted all that out. I like words and reading. I use
How do you
this
do
as my
that, though?
news-
Because you see Pitch Ninja and stuff.
I'll have to click it.
Okay.
Like he'll
So
have
you just commit to it.
yes. So if I
Okay.
see a pitch ninja, then I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll check that one out. So I'm
So it
not
still
just
shows up as a tweet. You just have to click it to see
the video.
There's a link.
because I don't want to just be mindlessly watching videos. So
I assumed you meant like it automatically mutes those all and you like doesn't show up on your page.
No. Like this video right here by Pictureless, probably for you guys, just comes up in thing.
Right.
Where I have to be like, splitters
You
for
have to go in
Gossman.
there.
Am I interested
Yeah,
in that?
I mean,
Am I
it's-
not? Yeah. But that's the setting that I did because I use Twitter more as a news source than a social media.
Right. And you're...
In the minority. So I realized
little
what
bit.
happened there.
But yeah, and just like showing how bizarre the world is and it's why social media survives is, three people who are active in our chat on a daily basis right now are talking about Steak Talk, which is the steak corner of TikTok where they show you different ways to cook and treat steak. So it's just a weird world, man. Dude, my screen time hit 10 hours.
Saw that. Trade
And,
deadline week. I had your back.
Trade deadline week, Jess was away.
It's just unacceptable, man.
You got to see what it comes out to this
Even
week.
8 hours. Like, that's normally where I sit. And, like, that's still...
But everything
still
you do
not
today
good
is on a
for you.
screen.
It's still not good for you. Kind of.
Like people read on a screen or emails are on a screen. They used to be old. They used to be mail.
Yeah.
Everything's on a screen now. So
texting.
it depends on what your screen time is,
Right.
which is always a fun game to play.
It's just not good.
Katie gets mad when mine is less than hers, but it's only because I use a laptop.
Right. You're a big computer guy, too.
Yeah, I don't do much on my phone.
Yeah.
Screen time is like I was at 9 hours though, so I was with you. But dude, we spent that entire day scrolling Twitter.
Yeah.
Like
but I mean,
think if
it's
you
not much different than my everyday.
What do you want to do?
2 hours more.
What do you want to implement that's not like screen time? Golf? That'd be a good one.
Just not on my phone. It's not what's replacing it. It's just not doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, what would replace it? I'm having trouble.
Having conversations.
Oh. You do that?
Going for a
like
walk.
your Q&A on Twitter, like that's like not bad, unhealthy. You're talking to people.
To a degree. I mean, it's still not great.
What was trade deadline day? The 31st?
Monday, 31st.
Monday, the 31st.
What are your most
between deadline day, probably a couple more FaceTimes than usual if Jess was away. That's probably what gets you most of the way there. And then extra.
What's your most used app? Is it Twitter?
I'd assume Twitter. How do I find that?
Just go to screen time. It tells you on the
settings. Screen time?
Yeah, I just scroll down and search screen time and it comes up. Mine is Twitter, which makes a lot of sense. BBD, do you have yours?
Yeah, this week, Twitter, texting.
See all activity.
I go Twitter messages, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
They're the usual one, too.
Twitter, Insta, messages.
What's your third?
TikTok.
Nice. Got him.
Bang.
Mine's Reddit.
Bang.
Sometimes TikTok's above messages. I've been texting more often lately.
Spend hours on the
Like
Ask
that.
Historian subreddit. So that's where I don't feel bad. That's basically just me reading.
Right.
Like that's what
I get what you're saying.
Depends on how you use the screen time. Moving on.
Eyes aren't supposed to look at screens, man.
That's the dangerous part. Like
right?
that's why I
That's what I come back.
That's
to.
why I like the book. Like
Yeah.
like on the
Right.
bus, I'll read a book
Yeah.
because
Good time for it.
hurts. What's the sports button? I think it's X.
Giggle from BBD as we head into the sports. We'll get the big football items out of the way. Big fantasy football draft week, Jim. Everybody's doing it. Ryan Fitzpatrick named Dolphins start quarterback. Burp life. Josh Rosen signs with the Bucks. I think he's going to be their practice squad QB. Oh, Josh Rosen. Jadeveon Clowney signs with the Titans. Locks up that defense. Maybe they'll play games. The NBA, Jim, your Steve Nash signed with the Nets. That was a big day. Remember that? He wanted to bring Dirk as an assistant. How fun would that have been? Couple guys, couple girls, everyone was wasted. NBA staff members are now allowed to bring guests to the bubble. Each team gets 10 total staff guests. That's a fun, ugly game. Brewers, they DFA Justin Smoak. Put him on the Yankees. Who cares? They get big Dan Vogelbach, just trading out meat for meat. And then kind of the news this morning, Jim, Max Fried, like you mentioned, goes to the IL, one of the leaders for the NL Cy Young race.
The Max Fried's a benign injury, right? They think he's going to be back in the minimum.
Did you see the velo stuff?
Could return as early as next Wednesday.
So his velo dropped like every start 1 mile per hour.
Interesting.
So they're like big concerned. And again, you kind of got to zoom out and be like, hey, this guy's a young stud pitcher. There's a muscle spasm in his lumbar spine. So I don't know. If the spasm goes away, he sounds like he's good. But, yeah, that sucks, man. 1.98 ERA, 2.41 ERA plus. Crazy year. They've already lost Soroka for the season.
BBD, what were you giggling about?
I'm trying to decide if we should just save it for half.
Okay.
But I don't know if you heard our lunch story yesterday. It's just quite funny and good for this show.
We can save it, I guess, because I didn't hear it. Why would Dirk want to go be an assistant coach?
He didn't.
Why would Steve Nash? Why would Steve Nash want to be a head coach? It's weird.
Head coach is cool if you want to give it a shot. I understand, I'll dip my toe in here. You inherit a pretty good team. You're basketball lifer. Like, what else? I have all this knowledge. Might as well get paid for it. I get that. But like assistant coach, if you're Dirk.
Yeah. I mean, still get paid if you're bored.
Doing it.
Yeah. It's a lot of the same points you made, except with a little less credit. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know if Dirk, like Steve Nash, is regarded as an all-time point guard and great passer, team player, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know if Dirk's pedigree would be enough to get him a head coaching job. So, like, if Dirk ever wanted to be a head coach, this would probably be the easiest path to get there.
What if they just challenge everyone 2-on-2? That was at practice.
Coaches or players?
Dirk and
Both.
Nash challenged their own players.
They're players, yeah.
Like, we run the court.
Oh, I mean, that would be a story easily.
Be fun.
Probably a month into coaching.
They're both the way they play and like the amount of in shape they're still in. Like, they probably could do a good 2-on-2 game.
Yeah.
But not against like KD,
For
Kyrie,
sure.
but like the bench guys.
Oh,
they
yeah.
still got them.
Easy.
What's going on with Giannis? I saw Twitter blow up. Miami Heat, Giannis. I don't know anything deeper than that. He got hurt.
So they're playing the Heat, and they went down 3-0, which basically means the series over. And Giannis had been banged up. People were talking about the ankle. Then in Game 4, he leaves with an ankle injury. He goes out, and the Bucks go out, and they win the game. So it's 3-1. So I don't know. Nobody was spitting like the Bucks are better without him or anything like that. But I think they're playing tonight. So I don't know if he's playing or not. I
don't think they've committed one way or the other.
You know what the coach should say in the locker room before the game?
Come on.
No team's ever come back from 3-0. We're down 3-1.
I'll knock you out. I'll knock you clear into next week.
I just think that'd be a good coaching.
I've walked over bigger people on my way to a bar fight.
You stole that line.
What's Rex doing?
Sucking feet.
The injury was kind of scary. He yelled real loud.
Who did?
Giannis. When he like re-injured.
Did you like the yell?
I still haven't heard it in like real time. I heard it like with people talking over
What
it.
yell was it like more? This? Ah! Or ah!
It's kind of like a split 50-50 between the two, if I'm remembering.
Do that. Do the split one. Was it like that? That'd be hilarious.
No,
That'd be good.
Zach!
Come in here. I got to read the ad.
We do have to do that again.
Should we make Bill do it? Oh, no. Yeah, well.
What else did
Do
you
you
hear?
want to hear the ad? No. We're just joking. We'll make Bill come in and just listen to the ad.
So we're going to call his name in a minute. Just tell him to be alert.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
need you in a minute in here to just keep your ears open.
Just think about thinking about it.
Fitzpatrick named Dolphins QB.
Oh
Rosen signs with the Bucks. I thought about the Rosen thing. Like, he might be like, oh, cool, I get to learn from Brady.
Yeah,
Like, it might be a perk.
he's probably stoked.
And then the Josh McCown? What?
Yeah.
Or am I blanking on this?
That was really good. McCown, yeah.
He is getting $12,000 a month to be the backup QB in
I
Texas.
think a week, dude.
A week?
Yeah. 41-year-old Josh McCown is going to be the Eagles' third-string quarterback, but he doesn't have to be with the team.
Does any other team have this?
Not that I currently know of.
Because it must be the Eagles just thinking injuries happening, don't believe in their QBs, and they don't want all the third-level QBs to get snatched up on them.
Yeah, I think, well, McCown was with them, And I
It's
think
like paying him to be a reserve.
I think this just shows people you can negotiate for anything you want. I think they told McCown, like, hey, we want to bring you back, be the third string guy. And he said, I'm in, but I'm not going to come up and like, unless I'm the backup. And they said, okay.
They probably faked him out like, hey, the Vikings just reached out about me being the backup for them. Third string emergency quarterback. They said I don't even need to leave my house. They just want me on retainer so no one else can grab me. Are you guys interested? And that was all bullshit. The Vikings didn't reach out at all. That's just great agenting. And the Eagles got sucked
Could have
into
been
it.
great agenting, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it for both parties.
Yeah.
First
Like,
time reading of it.
What's 41-year-old Josh McCown going to learn day in, day out at practice? Nothing.
And also, like, coronavirus, I'm sure, plays into this. You have a minimum amount of
Sure.
people or something. I don't know how they're doing that.
Lou Ellen said, Bill, my man, in the chat, and that just reminds me of what a tangle web we've weaved.
Yeah,
Chad.
they met at the
I
Santa
know.
Monica. The bubble in NBA, each team gets 10 total guests. Little MySpace top 8 action going on.
Yeah, I mean, how many staff members are on an NBA team? 10? Does that mean
I guess that averages to each person can get
each
one.
gets one pick?
I don't know if the kids count because there's the rules about like kids counting for players.
Right.
But I think I don't remember all the rules. I don't want to say the wrong.
I don't know.
There's something like
Seems
if the
like
player,
some
if the
ugly
kid can't walk,
conversations.
they're-
Think it
they don't count.
explodes. Everyone comes in and everyone just starts getting it.
Straight roan. I think you
Yeah.
got a Q-teen before you come in.
Yeah.
I believe they each have to do like at least a 4-day quarantine.
Pass their tests in quarantine.
Bummer.
Cool.
It's funny in the article about McCown. It's like, and he'll telecommute to practice.
The tests at the hospitals. Like, yeah, you got to get tested before you come in. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to have my first test.
Yeah.
They just put the heat thing to my forehead
Yeah.
and then asked me if I have a cough.
Do you?
No.
Clear.
Claire. I went into the hospital.
Yeah.
Wearing the mask.
Yeah, I wore a mask. But I was like, I thought it was going to be more than real than that.
It's going to be a hot take, but this corona stuff is going to, it's like nuts.
It's crazy. Everyone's wearing masks, like, all the time.
Yeah.
Not everywhere in the country. Like,
Right.
Luke says in Ohio, it's like no one.
Yeah.
Like, they're just completely normal where he's living. But here in New York City, it's Maskville.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Sheep.
It's normal.
Saw a sheep.
You see a sheep on trampoline
It
yesterday?
was just my dog.
Viral video, sheep went on
I
trampoline.
did not.
Well, had some fun.
Okay.
All right. Is that all the sports? I think that's all the
Sure.
sports.
Yankees stink.
Yankees have stunk for a while.
That's the story.
They stink.
Was it 3 weeks?
3 weeks going on. I mean, they're going to stink for 4 more days.
And then it's turning.
When the next Toronto series, when Gio's back and Stanton's back,
Right. The 12th.
they're going to start playing well, and they're going to suck us into,
Okay.
hey!
So your positive thoughts are actually low-key darker thoughts.
Yes, they're doing the same thing they did last year.
Got
When we're
it.
2 weeks out and we all start getting healthy, I will be excited.
Right.
We will be sucked into this feeling of, okay, we're rolling. We're
Right.
finally rolling. We got our guys
healthy.
back. We're healthy. We're going to the playoffs. Then they're going to tire out in the playoffs because no one's played.
Right.
So, I mean, this is what I said on the show. That
Okay.
they're losing today. They're winning tomorrow. They're splitting the 4-game set with Baltimore. And then they're getting healthy for the next Toronto. And that's when we're going to start being like, oh, Justin, see, Boone said they'd come around and buy into the bullshit again. So just prepare. I mean, Hap's going to get blown up today.
What, dude? Happer?
Yeah.
Against his old team?
Yeah.
You heard of revenge?
How
Do you know how much he loves Buffalo, New York?
do you know? Okay, WFAN caller Jimmy.
Yes.
The Yankees are a bunch of bitches.
Dude, know what you need to
How?
do?
What?
This, Jimmy,
Yeah.
should be your, like, split personality WFAN caller, Jimmy. And that's how you could spin everything.
He kind of is. The
I think you
Yankees.
need to start running that on Twitter.
So the Yankees. Oh, the Yankees are dumb, man.
Here we
Did you
go.
hear about all this?
Let it out, baby.
The Boone in his press conference said they asked like, "Hey, we're Ottavino and Higgy like having a hard time getting on the same page. And instead of just eating it and saying, yeah, there was some difficulty there, but I don't think that affected anything as far as the results-wise. Proper answer. Boone feeds to the media, yeah, well, I know Holder was having trouble seeing the signs because of the lighting in the stadium. And then the media then asked Holder, they asked Chad, they asked Monty, they asked, and then all these players say, yeah, it was tough to see. Shut up. You know the media is going to spin that, and you know everyone's going to spin that until you guys are just crying. What are the Yankees crying about now? Like, how do you not cognitively know? Just eat that. Don't let that get to the media at all.
Were you watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was so bad.
He let that out, and then he basically realized, like, shouldn't have said that. So he instantly says, like, it was not a factor, but yeah, they did have trouble seeing, and then he knew it was off the leash then, which also just sucks that.
But now there's like
you
headlines
tie that
and tweets,
into
like,
New York media, you know, like
Yes.
that's part of the problem.
But you have to know.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as Boone said that, I was
But
like,
we also want
oh,
him to
no.
give honest, real answers. And it sucks that if he does, it gets spun into that.
But it
you know?
looks so bad because they're like the last team
Right.
to play in this ballpark.
Right.
And every other team, even the Blue Jays, are like, yeah, it's a little hard, but, we figured it out.
Yeah.
And
didn't Higgy have nail polish on?
Yeah. So it just...
Like that.
The headline becomes Yankees.
And
complain
anyone on
about
the outside
lighting.
is now just, Yankees complain. Like, it's, dude, we have enough going poorly.
Yeah.
Bad luck. Halftime. Bill!
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 Bill! Bill!
Bill!
Bill!
Bill!
We need you.
Do you
for a
know that
second.
it's time to celebrate and that football is here? To kick off football's 101st season, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is giving all users a no-brainer to start the season. If you, Bill, haven't tried DraftKings Sportsbook yet, head to the app now because you don't want to miss this. Bill, have you ever heard of a football team losing by 100 points?
No.
Bill says no.
Hop next to BBD. Get him BBD cam.
Um,
Put an arm around each
well,
other.
Bill, for week one,
Have a word.
DraftKings is ensuring that even if Kansas City were to lose in historic fashion, you, Bill, would still cash your bet. That's right. DraftKings Sportsbook has moved the spread to Kansas City plus 101 points for all users. So even if Kansas City loses by 100 points, you will still win big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Sounds like a no-brainer, doesn't it, Bill?
That is definitely a no-brainer.
Okay. Plus, there's more. DraftKings is giving away up to $100 million in prizes to all users who enter their free football survivor pool. All you have to do is sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook, enter their survivor pool, and you'll instantly get a share of up to $100 million in giveaways. So, Bill, download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Jomboy to take advantage of this no-brainer of an offer. That's promo code Jomboy to get in all of the action for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You must be 21 or older, which is great because you fit that criteria.
Yes.
New Jersey only. That's where you live.
Live in New Jersey?
Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. They took out my favorite line.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're dumb if you don't sign up for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bill, how are you
Bill,
doing
a lot
in
of-
fantasy baseball?
Not too good. We were at the bottom. We were teetering on like the last to the third to last to second to last. Now I think we're last. So we're not doing too good.
Don't like that.
Katie and I
Is this going to be your first ever fantasy league where you don't win?
for baseball, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Llewellyn said hi earlier in the chat.
Oh, tell Llewellyn I said hi.
You're doing it right now.
Hi, Llewellyn.
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. We talk on Instagram sometimes.
She's the best.
Yeah. She's awesome.
She's the best.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
Oh, we are.
You're last.
Oh, last. Okay, I thought that was us. I was like, wow, we're fourth to last. We're doing
No,
good.
we're fourth to last.
BBD with the flex.
Who's in,
right
who's
there.
in first right now?
You.
Let's get the
Thanks, Bill.
Recent overtaking. You're 1 point ahead of fathers and sons, which is Trevor and
Trevor and
Zach's team.
Zach. Yeah. Thank you, Bill.
Zach.
All
Good job,
right.
Bill.
Jelly. Oh,
Wow.
Ron Burgundy did. What's the candy today?
We are going For the candy today, we are going with Jelly Belly jelly beans. And that will make more sense when we get to the news. So we'll table the candy conversation.
Oh, okay.
Until then.
Wow.
It will lump it in with that story.
Okay. What's
And in the
the
meantime,
lunch
you
story?
need the lunch story.
What happened with lunch yesterday? When is our place going to open back up? Did anyone Google it?
We were
Did
hoping
you
you know.
hear that? Like, because I walked by and the place looked ransacked. Like, not remodeled, like ransacked.
Yeah, I thought they were remodeling.
So did you just make an educated guess?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm pretty worried.
Why?
The inside looks ransacked, like not remodel.
I thought they, like, gutted it. What do you mean by ransacked?
I mean, it doesn't
It
look
doesn't
like
look
they're
like
doing
there's
work
going to be
in
something
there.
happening.
So I don't know. I'm really concerned because, went to our new place, ordered a sandwich, a chicken cordon bleu sandwich. I was like,
That's one
Dude,
people serve everywhere.
I wanted that because I love chicken cordon bleu sandwiches, but if you read what they put in their chicken cordon bleu sandwich, I was like, that's not a chicken cordon bleu. So what happened to you?
And the ingredients, I mean, are, chicken cordon bleu. I feel like people have an idea what's going on in there. I ordered it, and me, Zach, and BBD, the whole time we're talking about, like, is this... we're coming up on a push comes to shove if we can continue going to this place. Because the results have been subpar.
Between all of the times we've been there,
I mean,
we
we're
found
like...
one sandwich that I think has been
As
generally
a company,
well-received.
we're like 1 for 12 going there. And, ordered the chicken cordon bleu sandwich. Guy turns and just stares at the menu for like 2 minutes. And he comes back and he's like, okay.
I
And
believe
we're
he
like,
asked you
"What?"
what's
you
on
had to
it.
figure out what it was?
Yeah, and then he asked what, and I was like, just that instant feeling of knowing I'm not going to enjoy my lunch.
You should have said, well, what you guys say it is this, but that's not it.
I mean,
They
I
had a ranch dressing.
and
There's
then
no
I
ranch dressing on a
I
chicken cordon
think
bleu sandwich.
I think the bigger problem, I think I figured it out, is that you never see a bodega in the early stages. Normally a bodega you run into, the same person's been there for 20 years. It's been in the family for 800 years. I think this is just brand new bodega gang. And it's tough. I don't know where to eat, man. I brought lunch today.
The place around the corner the other way, they're mean to you, but
They're
they
kind
do,
of mean and
they do
slow.
good work. They're slow too, but
Yeah, I guess that's the play now. That used to be
That's
like our
the default.
emergency lunch spot.
that was like once every other week we'd all go.
I didn't look in the window. So we think Sheridan Market's gone?
Dude, by the looks of it, the last time I walked by,
Zach gave it a Google and it said permanently closed. Now maybe that's just how Google marked it for if they're closed for 2 months to renovate or something. But
which would hurt me on multiple levels because Melda worked there.
I mean, Anthony's from the Bronx. Maybe we have him poke his head around.
Can ask. I think we need to ask the people up front. Like, they go there.
Charlie's in today. We've seen him there a bunch.
Charlie knows everything. Ooh. Evan of Evan & Co. just texted a good joke.
What'd he text?
He said, LOL, they should start calling them the Cleveland Browns.
Huh. I'm worried about Sheridan Market not being around anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's great. I don't know how
They
they'd
do
be,
everything.
I don't know how they'd be going out of business because they have so many regulars.
So much business.
They're in the best spot.
Okay. Someone in the chat said they might be remodeling. I walked by last week and they have the fridges outside that held the drinks and stuff.
I mean, they might be.
I was because
They
you
might
came
be.
in last week and said, "Oh, they're remodeling there," and it sounded like you knew. So I was banking on that being true, but it turns out we don't actually know, and I'm nervous because I love that place. We were friends with the people. I've been working my whole life to become a regular at a place
Yeah.
where they know what I'm gonna
Jake's a
want.
regular after 3 visits to any place.
It took longer than you think.
She was tough. We're in the Bronx.
We're in the Bronx.
Tough.
And I eased my way in. See, you've been too close to the situation. There's a little more buildup that goes into it.
Okay.
I had to get my teeth wet for 2 weeks in there.
Yeah, it did. Well, it's the Bronx. Took you a little bit.
It's not the Bronx. It's Poppy.
All right.
In under
So what's
the
the lunch
radar.
story? Oh, the chicken corn on blue. How bad was it?
It wasn't good. I mean, I didn't get sick, so like
Your
that
conclusion
was
was you would eat the whole thing.
What was
I was
on
gonna
it?
eat it. It was chicken. I think they used blue cheese dressing. They didn't use ranch.
Okay,
So we put
because
that
on it
together.
it said
Yeah.
ranch, and I was like, what? Was it? What kind of chicken did they use?
Like
Grilled,
not
cutlet, or sliced?
Cutlet.
So it's just cutlet with ham and
Yeah.
Swiss cheese.
I don't know if it was Swiss. It's just bad.
The general layout
Not a
there is
good
kind
lunch.
of weird at the new place.
At nice places, I'm a fan of chicken corn on blue, but what at like bodegas, it's like a weird.
I think if you find the right one, but we haven't.
We also found sponge.
Sponge.
Broken my brain.
Got BBD in the candy section and started looking at all the Grosso candies.
sponge.
Sponge. It's like a marshmallow.
tweeted a picture of
So what are we doing for lunch today?
I brought some, but I don't know. We don't
BBD, what are
have
you
like
doing?
a lunch
I
world
think
now.
we're going back to the bad place.
We don't have a lunch world.
Dude, those guys are like store sitting. It's like there's the real owners that made the menu, and they're like, hey, can you guys watch our place for 2 weeks? And then you go in there and they're like, we're just watching it for like we got no idea. They have no idea what their business does.
I think that's what I was saying, but I think it's what you're saying, but they're not holding it for anyone. They're like two brothers that probably said like, hey, let's get a bodega.
Oh, I know they're not actually sitting, but that's how it feels.
Right.
It feels like
it's a bodega in its early stages. You never see it.
I feel bad for them.
You always see a 40-year bodega where if you order something weird, they basically come back and they say something to you like,
That's not what you want.
you're not getting
you
that.
should consult with them.
They don't know. Go consult with them for lunch today and see what they tell you to get. That
No,
guy
that-
has
no,
no idea what he's
The
getting.
guy at this new
Let me
place.
start over. Look, you should get paid to help them run a better
I
bodega.
should be a consultant
Yes,
for them.
yes, because your original marketing. I was complimenting
Right.
you, not
Thank
insulting
you.
Your original marketing, when you said, "Hey, when you walk in this place, you see the spam and the cat food right away instead of the treats and the good stuff." You got some good advice
If
for them.
they had given me 1 out of 4 good sandwiches, I would do that. I'm currently not on their team.
The problem with the area that we're in is like the only things available are bodegas.
Yeah.
There's about 20 around us. They all do the same thing.
Very similar.
So the one in that corner is our best.
Yeah, I think we got to go to the mean guys. The mean and slow guys are currently the best option.
So slow.
So slow.
I don't think they're much slower than the new place. I feel
Yeah.
bad because
Oh, the new
I've only
place.
seen
Yeah.
the one guy at the new place like work the sandwich section.
Yeah.
Like it's just him. I feel bad.
No.
That's
Like-
why last time I went there, I just ordered turkey wrap. Turkey, like I just told him turkey, like very straight up. Well, we do have, I mean, if we want to walk that far, you can go to Chipotle and
Right.
Checkers and...
And it's not that much further than. Did we have a conclusion on that Jamaican spot?
Is Billy's open yet? Because their wraps are really good.
I think so. I
I
don't
think
know.
they are. Keith's here. We can ask him.
If Billy's is open, let's do that today, BBD.
Okay.
Temporarily closed. Shit. All right, let's go to the news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A gender reveal sparked a wildfire in California that's grown to 7,000 acres. This is like our 7th of these stories.
This is like the wildfire that's causing all the trouble at this moment.
They think it was
They
a gender
traced it
reveal?
back to this.
I mean,
like
this
they've
happened,
confirmed it
This
was
happened
this.
in Arizona as well.
There's been 2 like major ones confirmed.
Giant house spiders the size of your hand are invading UK homes looking for love. They can do 0 to 60 in 1 second, and people lose track of where they have gone. Wow. A Japanese man doesn't return his rental car for a year and runs up a $72,000 bill. Not good. Jelly Belly founder hosting online treasure hunt. Winner gets a candy factory.
Ooh.
Well, Willy Wonka. After backlash, Texas City postpones renaming street to Fajita Drive to honor the creator of fajitas. Endangered croc gives piggyback ride to 100 babies after mating with 7 or 8 females.
I read the news today, oh boy. And
Okay. So, do you want to do the Jelly Belly thing now?
Bieber says yes.
So he's hosting an online treasure hunt. Winner gets candy factory.
Winner gets a candy factory?
Anyone that participates will then be eligible to search for the ultimate treasure, which is a key to one of his candy factories. The biggest and best part of these treasure hunts is that anyone who joins at least one treasure hunt will be eligible to search for the ultimate treasure, which will be the key to one of his candy factories and an all expenses paid trip and education to. It's Willy Wonka. He's doing Willy Wonka. You get to go to the factory and he gives you a tour.
Are we going to put the picture of the guy up?
It looks like Robin Williams in the spaghetti bath in Patch Adams a little bit. But Jelly
Yeah,
Bellies.
I mean, that's what he wishes. Yeah, like, don't let your kids sign up for this. I promise you won't see them again.
Oh.
I mean, come on, man.
Mikey's trying to have fun.
Gold style tickets. Real original.
Yeah. Why? Hey, maybe he's not going for original. He's just trying to drum up some support for. What is an online treasure hunt?
Oh, Jim, you just have to pay $50 and then you can participate.
Oh, really? Okay, now I'm
Still
off.
on his side?
Nope. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Those who wish to just need to pay an entry of $50. Dude. That's a scam.
Yeah.
How is that legal? That's like hosting your own lottery, basically.
He says that the treasure is valued at $5,000 and only 1,000 people can participate.
But if
So that would be 50 times 1,000.
that's a scam. I thought this was illegal. You know, back in the day, it was legal to host your own lottery. Like, I read a story about a guy. It was the first court case that ever went to the Supreme Court. He had like 3 years left of his mortgage, and he couldn't pay it. So he hosted a personal lottery where everyone came to him and gave him like a dollar. And then once 50% of that could pay off his mortgage, the other 50 went to a random winner. Like, that's how people used to pay off. Like, imagine that. Pretty cool.
50 raffle.
But like your personal 50-50
Yeah.
raffle where you keep 50%. Those are illegal now. So this kind of seems like that. There's probably a lot of bylaws and loops that I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, I mean, they started doing the 50-50 raffle at more games and events and stuff. Like at the minor league Yankees games. They did one, dude. Arizona Diamondbacks, shout out, on the Kids Cancer Awareness Day.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks account responded to you, right?
Yeah, they did. Cool. Yeah, they're a friend of Jomboy Media. They did. They've interacted with you a few times. But yeah, they did a 50-50 raffle. And again, like, you know, there's some people out there that, you know, baseball, blah, 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 blah. Not a lot of people that are probably watching this, but $90,000. And they did a 50-50 raffle. So $45K went to a children's hospital just because people were watching baseball game and donated. So, like, why every team didn't do that, I don't know. But good stuff. And they're not capturing children like this guy, so.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Scary stuff.
Yeah.
What about jelly bellies for your candy?
Candy.
You like jelly bellies?
Not a jelly bean guy, really.
I don't like jelly beans, but I like jelly bellies. I like their version of it. A little smaller, a little tighter.
I'll eat them. I think those would be my top choice ones, I think. But it might just be because I'm hearing the name again, and I'm assuming that's the only brand I know. My mom loves jelly beans.
You know the bigger ones?
Yes.
That are a little more, like, mushier. They're not as, like, hard. And the flavor is a little less. That's like a regular jelly bean. I'm sure there's a lot of different companies. Jelly Bellies are smaller, like, more compact.
My mom loves jelly beans, and my grandma, her mom, loves jelly beans. So she like got her a whole bunch of them for her birthday back in March.
My dad loves jelly beans,
and so she was keeping them around, and my mom would pick at them, and then I'd go in and like say hi to my grandma, and she'd just like pawn a bunch off onto me.
I like jelly bellies.
But
I like the flavor combos, and like on the box or the bag, it tells you like mix watermelon with cherry to get this delicious combo, and mix this and this. I like doing the science of it.
They should exist for sure.
The Jelly Belly factory in California is really cool. I mean, I don't know now that I know this guy runs it and he's a scam artist. I don't know if I like it anymore, but
yeah, like they've grown into some good stuff too. I mean, they've got like a Snapple brand. They've got.
Someone in the chat mentioned Starburst has their brand. It's a natural transition for them.
Yeah, the Starburst ones are intense.
That really is just a Starburst shaped as a bean.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what a jelly bean kind of is.
Heavy stuff.
I just kind of can't mess around with the overly chewy stuff. Bad teeth.
Bad teeth. Terrible teeth.
My dad and I share that affliction.
Yeah, I like Jelly Bellies, but I would never buy them for myself. But if I find them somewhere, I'll eat them.
Someone put a bowl out.
Yeah,
oof.
That's unfair. All right, so giant house spiders the size of your hand are invading UK homes. They can go 0 to 60. I'm not sure what measurement we're talking about, but they can go 0 to 60.
I mean, technically, a lot of things can go 0 to 60, right?
Depends on what.
Like, you can go 0 to 60. It's just...
Yeah. 0 to 60. I just went 0 to 60 counting. So it depends on the measurement, which they didn't offer us. You want to go 0 to 60 in something?
Well, I think you have to, like, go 60. They can do 0 to 60 in 1 second.
Yeah. I mean, they're not giving us what the measurement is.
I'm scrolling through the article. They say the words they can do 0 to 60 like 4 times.
Yeah.
But
Was that 0 to 60?
I mean, usually people go like miles per hour, but we're in the UK.
Right.
So they're not giving us the most important part, is what they're not giving us. It's like they're just using the phrase because they know people use that phrase.
But it's
when we're
supposed to
60.
be.
When we're talking about 0 to 60, like what are the centimeters? They go 0. There's no context of what 0 to 60 means in spider world.
Oh, it's spider mating season. They're looking for a sexual partner.
Yeah. 0 to 60.
It's 0 to 60 on it.
They're going...
Get out of here, article.
It's a tight 0 to 60 by these guys. Texas City postpones renaming street Fajita Way after the guy who invented the fajita. Now, my only thing is, why wouldn't you name the street his name?
I mean, Fajita Drive's definitely more fun than this guy's name.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to pawn it off.
Kyle, Texas.
What is it? What? Get to the point article.
I mean, yeah, this ties... The first half of this article is tying into heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Changing the high school mascot. Because of Confederate ties. The fajita. So many words.
They're not, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to read this article, and they're not offering anything that, like, the headline says it's about.
I think the whole article is about what you started with. Should they name it after the guy, or should they name it after the fajita?
So they wanted to name it to honor Juan Antonio Falcone,
Sonny.
who went by Sonny, and he was known as the Fajita King. He first sold fajitas at a festival in Kyle in 1969. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I didn't think he was going to have a cool name, but Sunny Falcon Drive.
yeah.
I mean, real estate value just doubled.
He died last year at 81. They call him the true hero of Kyle. The question is, do you name it something like Sunny Falcon Drive, which is a name which most people don't necessarily understand, or do you try to keep it in the spirit of Rebel Drive, which is a short, widely understood word, and go with something like Fajita Drive?
Sounds like a bored town.
This is... I mean, usually we get on writers of articles for not giving enough information.
Right.
This person gives so much of the boringest information. Why are people upset? Like that, she didn't even talk about that in the article.
Yeah.
Because you could, like, if the fajita was invented in town, then yeah, have a street name called Fajita Drive.
Why don't... Yeah.
What are they upset about?
Here's
and
your
what are they
solution.
doing? I know
Rename
nothing.
2 roads. Do a Fajita Drive off of Sunny
Why don't
Falcon
you just
Road.
do it Fajita Falcon Road?
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Illegal.
That's
You
badass.
know that's illegal.
So many accidents are happening on Fajita Falcon Drive.
Yeah. You can't do that.
I don't understand. I think you're right. I think this town's just pretty bored.
Know what you'd like? And this is classic young Jake memory. I'd always talk myself into fajitas anywhere I go. Because
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so they're going to give me like the mix, like chicken, beef, sometimes shrimp, rice, beans, and the fajita wraps. I get to make my own meal. I'm all in. I would always forget that they'd come out on sizzling some things.
It was too much for me.
Yeah.
I like fajitas, but
You just don't need to be a part of that.
When they hand it in front of you, you kind of look like the jerk at the
Oh,
table.
you're such a jerk.
Like, oh, I'm taking up the whole table now, and I have to make my dish in front. I don't like when you have to make your dish. You know what my brain did?
I
while you
do
were
like
talking?
the making of the dish. I don't like that it comes out and oh, we got
Got a hot plate.
sizzling.
It's very hot. It's very hot. I fucking
Yeah,
know,
everything
man.
else is cooked too. Hopefully.
Yeah, ordering fajitas, like, if you're the only person ordering fajitas at a restaurant, you're kind of a butt.
Get the refried beans. Oh,
Dude, you know what my whole brain did while you were talking about that is I don't know why, but I really want lettuce wraps now. Like at
for what it is for me.
not Cheesecake Factory, what's the other one? Elephant. At malls, there's Cheesecake Factory, and then there's something
P.F.
else.
Chang's?
Yes, and they
Yes.
have the elephant statue.
I guess they do.
They always have an elephant statue. P.F.
Their
Chang's
lettuce wraps are good.
has
Isn't it
good.
a horse statue?
Maybe.
I think so. I think it's a big horse statue. So the elephant tip now seems kind of messed up.
I don't know. Anyway,
The mall tip was good.
yeah.
Is a horse.
Yeah. It's a big statue, so I get you went with size.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You're right.
But I think there's someone at P.F. Chang's that would be devastated to hear you say that they have a giant elephant outside the
Dude,
restaurant.
I really thought it was an elephant.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
their lettuce wraps are good. And for some reason, while you were talking about fajitas and we
Yeah.
have trying to figure out lunch on my mind, I was like, lettuce wraps from P.F. Chang's sound good.
The problem, and I think I've had the lettuce wraps, maybe even with you at P.F. Chang's, and I think they might be one of the good ones. Those are always, I'd say 90% of the time, they're better in concept than the execution.
I love them.
If they're executed well,
Yeah.
it's great. It's delightful. You get a refreshing crisp as you bite into your meal. But I think a lot of the places that do them end up doing them pretty crappy. I don't know if it's the lettuce or what it is.
I don't get them a lot of places, so I think I think P.F. Chang's is like,
There you go.
for some reason, that's like, I'll get these. There are P.F. Chang's.
I feel like
P.F.
I've-
Chang's is pretty consistent with theirs.
I feel like I've gotten them at other like Chinese food or Thai type places.
Yeah.
And you just need the right lettuce for it. If you don't have that, you're screwed.
Need that.
I really want them now.
Looking it up now.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
can
to-
see it in your
I'm trying to
classes.
find. I'm getting BBD and me lunch.
Good. It's really nice.
Yeah. Got Seamless open. Next story.
Next story.
That story sucked. You know what? I mean, the people are being racist. They took away Rebel Drive because it was after the Confederate, and then they wanted to rename it after the first black mayor, Atkins, but there's already a street named after him. So then they said, well, why don't we name it after Fajita Falcon?
Yeah, the city brought in, like, all of its rooted problems to this problem that's, like, not rooted.
Yeah, and the mayor's like,
well,
the mayor,
this city does have a history of Confederacy and racism, so we're not sure what we're going to do about the fajitas.
And
why do we separate this?
It seems like they did the vote, and the mayor had some quote in there that was like, I think people just didn't realize that was actually going to be the winner, and once it was the winner, they voiced their concern that they didn't voice initially. It's like, yeah, dude, sounds like you have a town of racists. You're dealing with that. And it sounds like the person who wrote the article was trying to bury the lead there. Because it should have said, town upset that their racist ways are being erased, and they're trying to honor people of a different ethnicity. That's what the article should have been. But they did a lot of bullshit. So, wow, hard-hitting truth here on Jomboy and Jake Radio.
Wow. You see this?
Don't be a lettuce wrap. Yeah, I did. Yes, I've been searching around. It looks exciting. I don't believe it.
MLB Film Room.
Because I tried to find Jeter highlights, so I did it. I was like, oh, let me test out MLB Film Room. Let's see what comes up. So I went 2005 Yankees Jeter at-bats.
Right.
Thinking, well, if this is what it is, there'd be a plethora of
500 at-bats.
Yeah, it's two. There's two videos that come up. So it's like, what are we doing now?
Sure.
I feel like those were available already. You know what I mean? Unless there's something I didn't read about it.
Right.
But I was like really excited, and then kind of not anymore. Yeah, 2011, 5 at-bats. It's like, what is it then? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. A lot of people tagged me, like, oh, John Boy's going to field day with this. And I was like, yeah, I will, but then didn't.
At some point.
Endangered croc gives a piggyback ride to 100 babies after mating. So it's endangered, so I guess they tried to mate it so they could have a lot more babies and keep that croc.
I mean, I'm kind of into this because the picture is a crocodile with hundreds of baby crocs on him.
I never seen a baby croc that small.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
It's cute.
They look like figurines.
It's literally the, like I'm trying to think of a comparison. It's like Pokemon, or it's seeing a creature like that's going to become this powerful beast that could destroy you in one swift move as a baby.
A little baby.
A baby gator. And yeah, I like that they all just live on him, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
think he's miserable. He lived his whole life without 100 baby gators hanging on him.
Is he just transporting them, or is this how they live?
Let's see.
The croc waits as more than 100 of his month-old children clamber onto his back for safe passage. Other crocs carry their young about in their mouths, but the gharial, the unusual morphology of the snout, means that it is not possible. So the young have to cling to the head and back of that close connection. Okay, so we got a weird type of croc, and because of the snout,
there's an estimated 650 adults left of these. So if this guy put a hundy out there, I mean, that's...
He put the whole fucking population on his back.
Literally.
You want to do reptiles 1 month?
I could see it being an
Holy
option.
smokes, dude. Google gharial crocodile
Yeah.
and look at its mouth.
Yeah, dude, it's got the skinny one, right?
Like a little woodpecker mouth.
Yeah.
With tons of teeth. I've never seen a crocodile like this before. Yo, I didn't know this existed.
Crocodile.
I don't know if you'll be able to get it up for the people at home.
I mean, it's a dinosaur.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, in the article, it said that a lot of crocs sometimes will keep their babies in their mouth.
But they can't.
But they can't because they got the
tiny little
the
dick
swordfish mouth.
Yeah.
Croc pod.
Well, you can't do that when we do Reptile Month.
Don't do croc.
If you can
Disagree.
do Reptile Month and just bring other cool reptiles I didn't know existed, like this guy, I'd be into Reptile Month. Used to go to Reptile
When
Park.
Reptile Month will happen. I don't know if it'll be next month.
Reptile
or the
rock.
month after.
Reptile Park
roll.
in Australia. Used to go there. Reptile Park. There was an empty cage once. My dad wheeled my Nana in her wheelchair into the cage and then yelled, "Everyone, come on, it's grandma feeding time." And my 80-year-old grandmother was like,
Christopher.
Christopher, stop it.
It's a good joke.
Stop it. Yeah. Koala Park, Reptile Park, used to hit those places up all the time in
Good
Australia.
spots.
Oh, yeah.
Good spots.
Oh, yeah. Skidam-a-dink-a-dink-a-dink.
Hey, it's the bet of the day.
Ooh.
Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
Bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. Jakey's making bets, cashing checks, giving out winners, paying for your dinner. He's so smart. Pop-Tart.
Oh.
Jake, what did you do last Thursday?
Ooh.
Ooh, you
Not
lost. You lost. You had the Angels and Padres. You thought the Padres were good and the Angels were bad. Haney shoved it up your butt.
Oh, that was the Haney dick drop.
I
game.
agreed with you. We lost.
I almost did a homer draft stack against Haney. Good for him. Good for the Angels. Get in the mix. Get really hot. Win 15 of your next 20. That's okay. That's okay. Putting that in my rear view, Tim.
Putting that in his rear view.
Putting that in my rear view. Today, we need a winner, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you looking to agree with me or disagree with me?
I don't know yet.
That outfit looks like a disagree outfit.
You're not any sort of way.
That's not an agreeable
like, you know,
outfit.
if you're on a heater, I got to figure out, am I gonna just ride with you? If you're stinking it up,
Any
do I
sort
fade
of
you?
way.
You're 1-1 in your last 2.
Put you in some sort of way. Jimothy. Where are we going tonight? Let's go, Jim, 2 teams I'm locked into. The Orioles and the Metropolitans.
Oh, wow, you're Mets.
John Means, Michael, Waka, Flocka, Flame. Jim, the biggest thing for me is I like both of these lineups, and I dislike both of the pitchers and their pitching staffs. The over-under's 9. I would have expected at least 9.5, maybe even 10. Like, if this over-under was 10, would you be shocked at all?
No. Means no, I would not.
John Means, Waka. I'm taking the over. Doop. Bang! Vern.
Yeah, Heredia does have good numbers. I mean, why is it 9.5? It's a 9
It's
inning
9.
It's 9?
It's 9.
It's a 9 inning game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the Mets are putting up big numbers.
Yeah, the Mets offense averages 9 hits a game.
Orioles have like the highest batting average in the AL East.
Yeah. Orioles have won their last 3. They put up 6, 6, and 5, and then 5 the game before that, and those are some 7-inning games. Interesting. Interestingly low line. I mean, Waka has a 7 ERA and Means has an 8.
Yeah.
It's 9?
It's 9. I don't know why.
You're positive.
Oh, why?
I don't know why. Want to get a burger or something? Yeah, man, I don't know. That's, seems funky.
He's a little funky
Jake
monkey.
is stupid, but he's smart.
I agree with Jake. That's it's a little low. It should be, now I'd give him 9.5.
9.5 would kind of make sense, but 10 we wouldn't even flinch.
One thing I need to check out here, Jack.
Okay.
The bullpens.
Oh, I'm motherfucker.
Oh.
I mean, Mets emptied the pen yesterday.
And the Orioles had an off day, but the Orioles bullpen isn't like
Yeah.
amazing. The Mets used everyone yesterday.
Yeah.
Castro, Diaz, Familia, Peterson. Ugh.
Yeah.
So again, okay, I'm with you. I got the over.
I like it.
Is the over. Thank you for tuning in. Jomboy and Jake Radio. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode where we will discuss more things.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me play my favorite, my new favorite soundbite.
We love talking.
Oh, shit.
We love talking about things together.
Goodbye.